All right, what's up, guys? Here we are for Thursday, wrapping it up. Small red day, about down $9. But it was a bit of a roller coaster day for sure. So really struggled to get something going early in the morning. So pre-market, not much, pretty much break even, and then at the open, I just lacking opportunity at the open, and I ended up down $100, made some back, and then back down to $100, and then NEPT popped up. I was able to dial in that on that, and NEPT made about 160, $170 on that, and made my way back up to green now, $100, and then ended up giving that back right at the end of the day, and that was a little bit frustrating, but I went from small green on the day to a break even and just not a really good day. And I'm kind of disappointed that I sat here all day and traded, but I don't know. I was hoping that I could get something going, maybe, you know, $200, $300, $400, something like that. But nothing really turned out. That's just kind of been the theme this week. Two red days this week. On Tuesday, I think I had a $6 red day. Thursday, today, have a $9 red day. Keeping the losses small, which is good. But let's go through the trades. So we'll go through. Mm, I guess we'll just go down the list here. NEPT. So NEPT, this one similar to DRUG drug, and so pretty much just a pop parabolic move and then just faded. Just kind of in theme. Very hard to trade because halts up, resumes, and then you just have to be so bold to be buying after 10, 11, 12 green candles and 20, a rally of about, let's see here, how big the percent was here. A rally of about 50%, and you're still trying to, the only way to get green on this was to be still buying extended off the 9 EMA. It's not really giving good setups. It's kind of just, pull back, quick pop, back to a pullback, quick pop, back to a pullback, quick pop. Very tough, very tough. But this is the one I was sort of able to dial in on after DRUG. After seeing DRUG, this was kind of giving that same action. So I did get a quick practice going on DRUG. So I wasn't too shy of NEPT. This was break even after the halt resumption, and then got in for the break of 230 up to 234, pullback, getting in at 239 for the break of 230 again, but this was about break even. And then this one here for the break of 250, I got a nice 2 cents there on 250 shares. And then this one here, taking some off here for small loss after a pullback, and then reclaimed kind of this wick here, trying to add up to the break of 264. Very, very bold trade here. That's why I got shaken out by about half of my position, as I wasn't struggling to hold this area. I was getting a little bit nervous, so I did take off some risk. And then I added back at 258 as I saw I was holding a little bit better. We broke out of the 260 level up to 264, taking it off for a nice 10-cent profit. So that one was one of my bigger trades on this one. And here was a small gain as well. But here you had to be so aggressive, buying way high off that 9 EMA. It's a lot of risk. A lot of risk. You never know if it's just gonna flip red and you're gonna be down 10%, 20%. Definitely could have happened. And here is also would have been a good trade. Here's the first retest off the 9 EMA. I thought this was going to go down and retest 250. I was waiting for a bigger pullback. Then I started seeing it go up, so I got in for at 250s, 260s, 270s, selling some and 281, and then getting back in for the break. So we broke out here of this previous high, and then now I get back in for the break of 3, and then I'm selling it 299, 301, 302, 298 after I added at 293. So That was a not bad trade either. This is probably one of my bigger trades as well. And same with this one. So this is another $60. This one was probably another $50. So nice trading in this area. I did quite well here on NEPT. Here again, very extended, very extended to be trading this. And you can tell it's getting started to get a little top heavy. That's why I started the downsides a little bit. Protect my profits. This was a nice dip here, 95 for the break back over 3. And then I held some for the push to 311. So that's not too bad there. If I could have gotten a little bit more aggressive under 3 and then got that pop, that could have been a nice potential 10% there. But I think I did do well by taking my profits at 301 because still under the 9 EMA and a very extended stock. And then here I tried catching off the VWAP here. So here's 6 cents in this area. NEPT was definitely the best stocks I traded today. So right off the VWAP there, nice, not too bad. And here was one that kind of butchered here. So we flashed down. So I'm in at 293 for a higher low, maybe breaking back over the 9 EMA and $3. But then we flushed down here to 275. I sell at the perfect low. It reclaims this level. I get back in at 92. And then I sell for about break even as it comes right back down. So that was a really stressful trade there. And then this one, so we dip down back below, start reclaiming this level, trying to get the break back over 3. Doesn't hold. Only a 2-cent winner on that one. And then here I was trying to catch a reversal, maybe another leg up, but it never ends up happening. So that was NEPT. That was probably the better stock, the best stock that I traded today. We can go over to INDO. And I did record my screen for all this whole, pretty much this whole market day. And so I'm definitely going to be reviewing the tape. Definitely just got to keep exposing myself to the market. You know, not only as I'm trading the market, but also when I am outside the market hours, I have to continually be watching these setups unfold in real time by recording my screen, and in a situation to where I'm not so like focused in on the trading aspect to it, but just by the observing part, by not actively trading it. But you know, if you have your recording, you're just watching the video, you're in a state of passivity and observing, and I feel like that's the best way to aid my learning and trying to adapt to this market. INDO started to rip in here. Here, trying going for a breakout. Doesn't hold up here. False breakout. Pulls back, then it reclaims this level. I'm getting it at 77. Selling on the way up to 83. Makes a move up to 8. Here I'm trying to catch this first 1 minute pullback. Nice 7-cent winner. Still holding 50 shares. Selling it all the way up at 18. So this wasn't too bad as well for INDO. And then we start ripping again. Up here for a quick break of 8. So 8 to 804, small size. And then here for the breakout, but got in a bit high there. So I got in for the breakout, but was very shaky up here. I didn't get to really dial in on that last leg there up to 9, and then it did start fading. So that was INDO, G-Box. G-Box, I just went pre-market for this breakout. BRSH, I don't think I traded much on this either. Again, here going for a breakout. 270 up to 275, small size. So that was that. DRUG, this is probably the best one of the day. So we halt up. I start watching it here, and I'm like, I have no idea this move's gonna happen like this, up from $1 up to $3, up over 300% at one point. And so I get in for the break of 2. We flash down, and I'm like, all right, I don't know what's really gonna happen. I have no idea what's never traded this stock before. You know, it just halts up and it resumes 30% higher. And so I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'm going to cut the loss there. And then we start inching higher, inching higher, inching higher. I'm waiting for a setup. Never quite gets to that point of testing that 9 EMA or any sort of dip or anything. So very, very, you know, ballsy to be getting in all the way up here at the top of these candles for the break of, you know, the most recent candle. Very risky. But I'm sure some people traded that way, but people like Ross, I guess. But, you know, I don't. That's really bold to me. I've never really traded this stock before. Nothing was really ripping all day, and so drug starts popping up. There's no way I'm going to be trading an extended stock like that. So that's why I was looking for that next setup. So I get a quick dip here at 25, selling at 35, nice 10 cents there. Getting in at 72 then for the break back over to high. Then we have a nice bull flag here, holding this level, sort of a flat top as well. And I should have got more aggressive in here, but we did break. I didn't get in till 93, so very slow there. I thought we were going to pull back more. I thought there was a lot of sellers on this level, but once we broke, yeah, we ripped up from 280 to 330. This was a nice trade there. I'm sure a lot of people got that. Pulls back again. Now I'm looking for another setup, and so choppy in here. And this is where I started just like nothing really starts returning. Here's a nice 10 cents though. It got a dip off 305, back up to 316. And in here again, in this area so choppy, I was adding up here for the breakout. False breakout, took a small loss in that one. Then reclaim, so I get back in at 66, all the way up here. And doesn't quite hold. Doesn't quite hold, doesn't quite go. False breakout, choppy in this area. Then finally it starts going here. This is where I get in at 393 for the break over 4. This is all very small size though, because I'm starting to get real spooked. It's up like 300%. Not really sure how high it's going to go. Here I try a dip, and it doesn't really hold up. That was DRUG, small red. Then we had BWV, Crest I traded, EDBL, GCT, which was the IPO, MNMD. Then we'll just go to all the other ones that wasn't really significant. I only traded maybe once and wasn't really a good setup. So WEBR, here we are ripping up at it's like 230 or so, 240. We started ripping as soon as I saw it. And I'm like, all right, waiting for that first pullback, first setup. So I get in, first pullback, nice trade. Here's a nice another trade, 10, 15 cents there, but still holding at 50 shares. I'm looking for that bounce off of 70. So then I get back in at 76 for this, since it's holding, I thought buyers were holding this up in this area. Then we come down lower, and I don't sell until 1040, so it's another 30 cents lower of where I was. So 30-cent loss there. And then the rest of that was on 50-cent loss on 50 shares. So another 25 bucks there. And then I get back in at 41, looking for that break back over. I thought the support would be here. I don't know what I was doing here. Then I sold another 40 cents lower. And this is just terrible. I don't even want to look at this. So average down, got back in, and then cut it again for another loss. So, which was unnecessary. So, oh man, like even just looking at this is, man, not the best trading there. And then I just gave back the small profits that I had on WEBR. I was up, so 14 minutes here. So I was up, yeah, $100, 95 bucks or so, and then just gave it back here. And it's never the best feeling, especially after you've just been sitting in the same chair for 8 hours, and it's just, it does not feel the best. PSTV, I'll go over this one. I saw it bouncing off the low, some volume. This was like the only stock that was really moving, that was going up at the open. So started getting in for the break of VWAP, never held VWAP, and I just got chopped up in this area trying to catch that push up, but every time it popped up, it would sell back off. And yeah, just no good, no good. I thought we had room to rip up to maybe 150, kind of squeezing out any short sellers and that were in pre-market. Up into this area, maybe 130, 140, who knows? Because it did make a huge move here after hours. That's crazy. MNMD. Traded pre-market here, MNMD, trying to catch a bounce off the 90 EMA, doesn't hold, small loss. Here, breakout, false breakout, another small loss. Here, red to green, all very choppy in this area. Instantly, it was like 24, flashes down to 120. Instant, you're down 5 cents. I was holding and I was adding, and then I took my profits up in this area as it broke 124 immediately, and then held the last portion, 500 shares, up to 129, tops out at 133 and flushes down. Terrible, terrible, terrible. This is the kind of stocks I was trading. Terrible. GCT, the spreads were insane, but I still decided to go for the IPO, trying to catch the break of 20 bucks. So bought here at 1916, gets double tops at 20, flushes back down, selling at 1890. This is only a small share size. Never traded an IPO before, like really right when it opens. Here I get back in at 1916 as it's getting some more volume back up to 20 bucks. Really looks like it's going to punch through. Punches through, and I try selling up in this area, but I get one fill over 20 bucks and then the one all the way down here at 1920. So $1 a share spread. Crazy. Right when it broke, it was just false breakout. I thought you could rip. Who knows how high we could have went. But yeah, that was it. GCT. So small loss on that one as well. So as you can see, nothing really to get going today. Accuracy wasn't the best either. Accuracy wasn't the best, so 53%, and risk reward slightly red there. So profit factor is negative. But let's look here at the so I was up 397, gave back 406. So yeah, I didn't really make that much anyways. It's just, I guess it's just the theme of the week. Just, not really performing. Some weeks, I'm performing so well, and some weeks is just drastically different. And in the moment, it's so hard to realize that next week could be the next week could be a completely different environment, an environment to where you excel, or an environment to where you can't perform, and it's so hard to not get sucked into the moment. So like when you're really performing well, it's so hard not to be feeling like you're invincible and you're never going to have a losing trade, and you're just like on cloud nine, and you just forget all the times that you really struggled, and then the times when you struggled, it's like you feel like you're never going to have really good green days, you're never going to get dialed in again, you're never going to be trading at your best, and you just completely forget the moments that you were just completely killing it, having huge green days, being very consistent, having a high win rate, having a high risk reward, everything's working in your favor. It's just really hard to just kind of understand just the journey of trading, how it's just the ups and the downs, and when you're down, you forget about the ups, and when you're up, you forget about the downs, and you think it's going to be like that forever, but it always changes for better and for good. So it's just something I struggle with for sure. Weeks like this where I'm not really able to connect as well, completely forget about how I was feeling last week when I was connecting every day and I was having really good green days. Um, I felt like this is it. This would be the new norm. I would consistently have $400 green days, but it's just not realistic to continually hit those huge days, and then you completely forget, the weeks where you just struggled, like this week. And then this week was terrible. This week was insanely great. And then here again, another iffy week. Nothing really connecting. So got a lot of work still to do. So much room to get better, to get more consistent, to manage my risk better, to just being able to read the charts better and being able to respond to the setup faster and getting better executions and getting better exits as well. So definitely a lot of room for growth. And so that's why I'm recording my screen. Recording my screen, I think, is going to help a lot because I can completely review everything in real time about exactly what I was looking at when I hit buy, and exactly what I was looking at when I hit sell. And I think that's just going to help so much. So I did record the whole day, and I do try to record every day. And then what I do is I save them in like another documentation area, kind of another folder. And I also have notes as well about the setup, the date, the ticker symbol, and yeah, so, and also notes about context. So that's also very helpful. If you don't do that, I definitely highly recommend that. But yeah, what a crazy day today. Hopefully tomorrow I can get some better connects. Maybe get dialed in on a stock or two. My goal tomorrow is just to get my minimum weekly goal. My minimum weekly goal is $500. I'm at like 350 on the week right now. So if I can get green $150 tomorrow, I would be very, very happy just to walk away and just hang up the hat for the week and then come back next week because, so far this week, uh, I just haven't been able to perform as well as I would like to. And that's also, eats up at my confidence and then also eats up as on my growth of improving and growing my share size. It really starts to eat away at you when you're trying to size up, you're trying to take bigger share size, but you're going through a period where you're not having the greatest accuracy, and then that also then kind of eats away at your confidence, and then you don't want to be sizing up in an environment of where you're not really performing at your best, because then you're going to be sizing into um, negative setups, negative risk reward, negative accuracy. And so the idea is, you want to have those big bet sizes when you can identify when you're performing well. So if I can identify really fast when stock is right up my alley, giving me really good pitches, and if I can identify that really early on in the move, really early on in the week, if it's a longer stretch of really good momentum, then if I can identify it quick, then I can size up and take advantage of it. But I don't want to just size up for the sake of sizing up because I want to have bigger green days. I think there's more to it than just that, because if I size up equally across the board right now, on a day like today, I could be down, way more than this, and that wouldn't be good either. So it's all about sizing in big when the opportunities for you are there. So that's sort of my rant going forward. Tomorrow is a new day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're still watching, please hit the thumbs up button. Also, consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, peace.